everyone, and welcome to Kelly Martin Yoga. It is our Tuesday gentle class. As you see, I am sitting in the chair. So I'm going to give everyone a couple minutes. I'd like you to get a comfy chair to sit in, because we're going to do some standing postures, but you can use your chair as support. And then we're going to start off in the chair seated. And also, if you have a blocking strap, you can go ahead and grab that. And if you don't have a strap, you can use like a belt, a towel, whatever you think would be good for you. So I'm going to give you just a second. I'm going to step out of the frame of the video. Go ahead and gather your things, and then we'll get started. Okay, I'm hoping everyone has everything they need. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to start in a comfortable seated position. I want you to come towards the front of your chair. You're going to have your feet flat on the floor. And then you're going to have a little opening between your feet. So probably about 4 to 6 inches. And then like I'm slouching now, so I want you to go ahead and shift that pelvis and elongate the spine. Back is nice and straight. Now I'm going to exaggerate here with the shoulders, but I want you to roll those shoulders so they're back. And then drop them down, pulling them away from your ears. You can plant your hands on your knees. You can have them next to you, whatever feels comfortable for you. And then we're going to take a nice cleansing breath. Big inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. And really big inhale, filling up your lungs with all the positive energy you can take in. And you're going to exhale out anything feeling heavy in the body. And then we're going to soften our eyes, drop the chin towards the chest, and bringing your hands to your heart. And we're going to go ahead and set an intention for our practice. That is whatever brought you to your mat today, whatever you want your day to look like. Let that be your intention and let it guide you through your practice. And then go ahead and open your eyes. We're going to lift the head up. And then on your next inhale breath, we're going to lift the arms straight up. We're going to take our gaze with us. And then as we exhale, we're going to lower the arms all the way down. And then inhale, lift up, take your gaze with you. And exhale, we're going to slide the hands to our heart. Let's go ahead and open the arms nice and wide, reaching those fingers out. And then we're going to flip the palms. And then lift the arms up, take your gaze up with you, really reaching up. Bring your hands to namaste and slide the hands back to your heart. We're going to do our first twist this morning. Go ahead and make your way to the right side. And then come back to center. We're going to twist to the left. And then back to center. And then go ahead and soften the hands down. And then I'm slouching again. I'm a natural sloucher, so I'm going to go ahead and make a little adjustment. And then we're going to warm up the spine. We're going to take, and I'm resting my hands on my thighs, like right above my knees. I'm going to shift my chest forward, bringing my gaze up. And then I'm going to round the back, dropping the chin towards the chest. So this is a seated cat-cow. Bringing the chest forward, taking the gaze up, and then rounding once again, dropping the chin towards the chest. And we're going to cycle through 2 more times, pressing that chest forward, and dropping the chin. And then 1 more time, pressing the chest forward, and dropping your chin. And then let's come back into a neutral position and soften the arms down next to you. Now if you're in a chair without arms, go ahead and bring your hands to the side of your chair. You're gonna take and press the heel of the hand in. We're gonna lift up, dropping the right hand. Take your head towards your shoulder, lift that arm straight up, take it overhead. And then we're gonna come back to center and drop the hand down. And we're gonna soften the right hand onto the mat and let the left arm just rest down. You can wiggle the fingers if that feels good. We're gonna take our head towards our right shoulder. Left arm goes straight up in the air, and then we'll take it over to the side. And then coming back to center, and then we're gonna soften the arm down. We're gonna take and press up and stand, and then we're gonna walk to the side of our chair. We're gonna use this just as a little support. Inhale, breath, lift up. Exhale, rock to the right, getting a nice stretch in your side body. And then we'll float back to center. We're gonna drop the arm down, and we'll walk to the other side of the chair. And then repeat. We're going to lift the arm up. It comes towards the shoulder. Stretch in the side body. And come back to center. And release the arm down. We're going to go ahead and soften both arms. Go ahead and shake them out. And I'm going to walk into the front of the chair. Now you can stay next to your chair if you need this for balance. It's perfectly fine. But if you're like, you know what, I'm good, we're going to go ahead and stand in the front. And then we're going to step the right foot forward. And then we're going to press the heel down and lift up the toes. Now you're getting a stretch in the back of your legs, and that stretch should radiate all the way up the leg. And as you stretch out the hamstring, you're releasing the low back. And we're gonna pause. You're pressing that left leg in, so now you're also engaging your quads on that left leg. And then go ahead and soften the foot down, and then we're gonna step back. And then we'll do the left side, step that left foot forward. And then rocking back, pressing the heel into the mat, toes are lifted. And you can also do this holding onto your chair for balance, whatever you feel like you need today. So with this Tuesday general class, I'm gonna always have our chairs accessible because we have so many different levels, and it's not just my Tuesday class that normally meets at the studio. We got some new folks joining on, so I wanna make sure everyone is safe. Go ahead and lower that foot down and stepping back. Now we're gonna open up the hip joint. We're gonna start by stepping the right leg to the side. You can keep the toes down. Now we're gonna engage our core muscles. So this is a subtle movement. I'm going to shift my pelvis so it's gonna go straight down. I'm gonna feel my core muscles right here activate. Go ahead and soften your arms. And then we'll sweep that foot back in. Let's do the left side, stepping over to the left side. And then once again, making that subtle shift so you can activate your core. And then go ahead and step in. Let's sweep the arms up overhead. And then we're gonna float part of the way down. Bring your hands to your heart. And then we're gonna open the arms nice and wide. We're gonna flip the palms and press the hands in. Bring them back to your heart, and we're gonna stand right back up. And we're gonna repeat, lift those arms up. We're gonna float part of the way down. Flipping the palms, pressing those hands in, bring them back to your heart, and slowly rise. We're gonna release the hands down. Then we're gonna do kind of a circle, so we're gonna step that right foot forward. And then make the adjustments with your core. Press the heel up, down, toes up, hands are resting next to you. Nice stretch in the back of the legs here. Now, if you find that I'm going a little too fast through the postures, go ahead and type that in, and then I can slow it down. Go ahead and soften the foot, and then we'll step back. Let's do the left side, step that left foot over. Press the heel down, lift up the toes. And then go ahead and release your foot. We'll step back, pausing, making whatever adjustments you need to make. And then we're going to step the right foot over to the side. And then again, shifting that pelvis so it's down so you can get that nice stretch in that hip joint. And then bring your foot back in. Let's do the left side, stepping over to the left side. And again, I'm making that subtle shift to my pelvis so I can get the stretch in the hip. And then we're gonna step back. Let's shake out the legs. And then we're gonna lift those arms up. And then we're gonna float down. This time, rotate the arms around, give your shoulders a squeeze. There's a slight bend to the knees here, so you don't want to lock the knees in place. Then go ahead and release and sweep the arms up, reaching up towards the sky. This time we're going to float back halfway down. This time rotate the arms so that you're grabbing opposite elbows, dropping the shoulders, and then we're going to swing the arms front to back. We'll loosen up our shoulders here, and then we're going to start making some circles here with our elbows. And then reverse the direction. Go ahead and release the arms down, sweep them up overhead, and then we're going to slide them to our heart. We're going to release the arms, we're going to shake everything out, and now we're going to go into some balance. I'm going to walk over to the side of my chair so you'll have the chair as support if you need it. We're going to start with the left side first. We're going to lift up the left leg. You can just pause here. Now you don't have to lift this high. You can have the foot just like right above the floor. Again, just kind of play with it, see where you are. We're pausing, pressing that right leg into the floor so you can feel nice and strong. And then go ahead and soften down. And then we'll walk to the other side of the chair. And then we'll do the same thing, pressing that left leg into the floor. Go ahead and lift up that right leg. Left leg's nice and strong. And again, the foot can be here. This is about balance. You don't have to hold onto the chair if you don't need it, or you can just kind of play with it and say, you know what? I don't think I need it, but it's right here in case you do. And then we're going to soften down. We're going to switch sides, and I'm sorry about the back and forth, but I want you to have this chair here. It's more in the studio. I'm able to watch your positioning, and I can make sure that no one's going to fall over. But since we're all at home, I just want you to have that safety of not, especially if you're alone. All right, so we're going to do this left leg once again. So again, you can use the chair if you want. If you don't need the chair, go ahead and lift up. This time we're going to open the hip. So we're going to press the leg open. Now, you can hold onto the chair if you need to, but if you don't, just keep your arm next to it. And then we'll bring that leg in, and we'll soften down, and then we're going to go again to the other side of the chair. And again, you can hold onto the chair or not, up to you. We're going to lift up the right leg. Hand comes to the inside. We're going to press that hip open. We're going to pause here. And then we'll bring the leg in, and then we'll soften down. So if you did get a strap or a belt, this is one of the places we're going to use it. We're going to step away from our balance postures for a minute, and then we're going to do a little bit to open up the shoulders more. So we're going to take the strap. You can either break it in half and hold it like this, or you can have it just open. Kind of play. It depends on how long your strap is. This strap is not as long as the ones we have in the studio, so I got a little less to play with. All right, we're gonna take and lift that strap overhead, and then go ahead and put a little softness to the knees so you don't overextend them. I'm gonna stretch those arms up, 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 up. Then we're gonna take it behind our head on the right side, opening the shoulders. It should feel really good. And you can open as deep here as you want to. You might like, you know what? Don't need that much. So you don't have to go as wide. Up to you. Back to center. Let's do the left side. And again, opening as wide and as deep into this as you want to. And then come back to center. Let's go ahead and bring the strap all the way down to your waist. And then we're going to go to the right. Now, if you're in a chair, everything we're doing right now you can do. I'm going to stop at center. So if you're seated, you're going to take the strap to the left side. And then let's all come back to center. And then you're going to lift that strap straight up overhead. We're going to go behind our head once again. So you can do exactly the same thing standing as you're doing seated. Come back to center. Let's do the left side. And back to center. We'll bring the strap back down to the waist. We're gonna go to the right. And come back to the middle. Let's go to the left. And back to the middle. And then we're gonna relax, shake out the shoulders. You can put your strap down and we're gonna go right back into some more balance. Stepping to the side of the chair once again, just to have that as support. We're gonna bring the hands to the waist this time. Now, if you're using your chair for balance, keep your right hand on the chair, and then we're gonna lift up our leg. Now, if you're not using the chair, you're holding on, and then we're gonna stretch out that leg. And then I want you to rotate the knee so it's pointed straight up. And then we're gonna bring the leg in and press it down. Opposite side. Let's go ahead and stretch that leg out. I think I did this backwards, but that's okay. And then let's go ahead and bend and press it down. And then we'll go back to the right. This time we're gonna go in the opposite direction. So I want you to take and lift up the right knee. Now, if you can grab your foot, great. If you can't, no worries. And again, I did this kind of opposite because I'm used to not doing it with the chair. You can hold on to the chair and you can do your left leg first. Sorry about that. And again, the goal is to get a stretch in the quads here. And then we'll go ahead and soften that foot and shake it out. And then because I screwed up on this side, well, I can stay over here. We'll do the left leg. Let's go ahead and lift up the left foot. And the knee is pointed down. Now here, if you want to hold on to your chair, you can. You don't need the chair, no worries. And then go ahead and soften down and shake out your legs. We'll do a couple more balance postures and then we're gonna go back into our chair. This time I want you to cross the right foot over the left. You can hold onto your chair here if you want. And then we're gonna slide the foot up the leg, just right to above the knee, below the knee. Yeah, don't take it up that high because your posture, when you take it up higher, sometimes you tend to go forward. So we'll just keep it down, just right below the knee. And then go ahead and soften, shake out your legs. And then we'll do the opposite side. This time I'll walk over to this side of the chair. And then we're gonna lift up and we're gonna cross. And so as you're crossing over, what is happening? You're opening up the pelvis. And as you do that, you're opening up your hip joints. So you're getting a stretch in the hips. So that's the goal here. And I usually add arms, but today I want you to really concentrate on opening up, keeping your back nice and long. And then let's go ahead and soften and shake out the legs. This time I want you to take and step the right foot in front of the left. Go ahead and bring the hands to the waist. You can use your chair here if you need to. And then we're gonna step the left foot. Now as you do this, you're gonna keep your weight right in the center. And then we'll do one more step. And then we'll step back. And then we'll do the opposite on the opposite side of our chair. And then the same thing, we're gonna step in front, weights right in the center. And then we'll step. And this can get a little wobbly, so just step lightly. And then we'll do one more step. Core muscles are engaged here, so try not to round. You wanna keep everything nice and straight. And then go ahead and step back, shake out your legs, make your way back to your seat. All right, I'm gonna come back towards the front of my seat. You wanna be nice and grounded in the seat, but you don't wanna be slouched back. So, we're gonna come up to the front. All right, I'm not sure if the video's still going because the phone rang, but we'll find out. All right, go ahead and lift up that right leg. And then we're gonna bend it and soften it down. Let's go ahead and do the left. We're gonna lift it up. and then bend and soften it down. This time we're gonna lift up the leg and we're gonna place it right above our knee. Now, I already feel this in my hip. If you don't, you can slide the foot up your thigh, up to you. Now, let's get a little compression out of our back while we have the leg crossed over. And bring your hands to the side of your chair. Go ahead and press in and take compression out of your back. And then go ahead and soften, and then we'll uncross. We're gonna do the left side, cross that left foot over. And again, just rest it on the thigh. And if this is not deep enough, you can pull it up. But for me, like right above my knee is plenty of stretch for my hip. And then bringing the hands next to you in your chair, go ahead and press in. And then we'll go ahead and soften the hands and uncross. And then we're gonna repeat this cycle one more time. Again, front of your chair. Let me grab my strap because you can also use your strap here for support if you need to. So we're gonna take and we're gonna lift that right leg up. So you can use the strap to hold on to the leg. Now, if you don't need it, you don't need to use it. But just know that's the point of having these props, just for a little extra support. It also can make some postures a little more accessible than they normally are. And then we're gonna go ahead and soften, and we'll switch to the left side. And then when you're ready, we're gonna lift up that left leg. And soften down. And then if you're using the straps, go ahead and move it to the side. And then we're gonna take and lift up that right leg, cross it right in front of the knee. Now, since we've been doing a little more movement and we've done this posture once, this feels a little easier this time around. So I'm gonna slide the leg up just a little bit more. Be mindful of your knee as you do that. And then we'll go ahead and soften. Let's make our way to the opposite side. Go ahead and lift that leg up, cross it over. And again, it feels a little looser now. So I'm gonna slide the leg up a little bit more. And then we'll go ahead and soften it down. So my dogs don't realize I'm doing a video, so they decide that they'll come and go and say please, and I'm okay with it. I hope you are too. All right, we'll do a couple more stretches with the legs, and then we're gonna just start to cool down and close out our practice. You're gonna go ahead and bring the hands next to the chair. Go ahead and slide the right leg forward. So my toes are pointed up, and then I'm gonna shift the weight forward. Now, all of a sudden, I'm feeling a deeper stretch in the back of the leg. Now, you can either pause here. If you want to try to increase the stretch, go ahead and press into the chair, lift that leg up. I'm really feeling this in my core, really feel it in my leg. So my heel is down, toes are pointed up. And then go ahead and soften it down and slide the foot in. Let's go ahead and do the left side. So we're gonna slide that left foot out. And again, I'm gonna press into the chair, back is nice and straight. And then lift that leg up. You can keep it down. Again, whatever you feel like you need today. And then let's go ahead and soften and slide it back. And then let's lift those arms up overhead, really reaching up. Let's bring the hands to namaste and slide them to our heart. Thank you for sharing your practice with me this morning. I hope you got a good early morning stretch and that the rest of your day is filled with love, family, and happiness. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.